Right now, I want to welcome to the program from True the Vote, Catherine Engelbrecht. Catherine, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Absolutely, Cameron. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Yesterday, we saw some big revelations regarding Representative Elijah Cummings and IRS Chief Lois Lerner. Based on and help me out if I get anything wrong here, but in the past, Representative Cummings has denied that there was any exchange of information or any talking back and forth between the IRS and his office regarding any of these conservative organizations, including True the Vote, any one of these 501c4s. That apparently not the case?
But yeah, that's apparently not the case. We first got put on Congressman Cummings' radar back in October of 2012 when he sent a series of threatening letters suggesting that he was going to open his own investigation about subpoenaing all of our documents, doing things and suggesting things that he clearly couldn't do. But what was curious about it, certainly in light of what we now know, is that 5 days after he sent that first letter to us, asking for a whole slew of information, that the IRS then followed up with their own inquiry, asking eerily similar types of questions. And now we know that behind the scenes, all the while, we had two branches of government colluding to try and target and silence us. So it's just as we suspected, every bit of it.
What your organization has filed an ethics complaint against Representative Cummings earlier this year, correct?
Yes.
All right. What does so already you had your concerns that Representative Cummings was acting improperly?
Oh, without question. I mean, he sent us, as I said, a series of 3 letters that were really, more about, at the time anyway, we thought more about going on a whole series of interviews at MSNBC. That's in fact where we first found out about the letters, was when a reporter called to ask for comment. The letters themselves were completely over the top, asking for all kinds of things that we, Through the Vote, had never even thought about being involved in, and did all of this using the franking privileges of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, using their stationery, using all of their paraphernalia to send this to us. So it looked nice and official, but he had no grounds to do anything that he did.
Where does this, it seems like every time this story pops up again, there are more revelations, Catherine. The story gets worse. Trey Gowdy today talking about Lois Lerner's 17 different assertions of fact, after she's pleaded the Fifth, taken the Fifth Amendment, and refused to answer questions before Congress. It seems to me the story A is not going away, which is good, but B, the stonewalling is just you really from this to Fast and Furious, the stonewalling by this administration has been unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely, this administration acts with outright impunity. They don't believe that, frankly, they don't believe that the American people will stand up and say enough is enough. And I think that they have made a terrible miscalculation for their interests. I think that the winds are changing. People have had it. It is time to restore the rule of law in this country. And it's going to be, there are going to be some ugly scenes that will play out in these next few months, but I think before it's all said and done, where we may not get ever to the whole truth, we're going to get a lot more of it, and I think we're all going to come away a lot wiser as a result, maybe hold more tightly to the precious freedoms that we have in this country, and remember how easily they can be lost when we look the other way and let things get away from us like they have in these last few years.
Well, but that's the thing, you make that turnaround by standing up and fighting for what's right, and it takes more than one to do it. But I appreciate you coming on the program and everything you all are doing.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks for continuing to get the word out.
Absolutely. Look forward to talking again very soon, Catherine. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Karen. Sure. Bye-bye.